What's going on, guys? How y'all doing today? Welcome to the exclusive Danny Parker here. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel right here on youtube.com, my official YouTube channel at Danny Parker. We're going to be going over the full Smackdown review results for the week. We had Daniel Bryan comes out to a pop to kick off Friday Night Smackdown with the Yes Chance. Greg Cavill to introduction. Bryan gets the mic and says that everyone has the truth. Says that everyone saw the truth of Fastlane, that everyone saw reality, everyone saw something that WWE Champion Roman Reigns would never happen and has never happened before. Reigns tapped out. Bryan goes on about how Reigns has never tapped out, but he did last week. Whether he did trying to tap out, someone like Bryan says Reigns is alive and he tapped out. To him, the fans get a pop. Then we get Edge comes out, Edge box. The fans boo Edge mocks for some of his recent comments about Bryan not doing the right thing or the right way. Bryan said he just let it be Edge versus Reigns dream match happen. Bryan says that he's tired of just standing around and he's had enough. He's tired of letting people have dream matches they don't deserve. Bryan goes on about how he earned and he's willing to earn it again at WrestleMania, and despite the title held at WrestleMania, he's willing to earn it. Bryan asks for a rematch for Reigns, but Bryan said he's not leaving the ring until he gets what he wants. He upfolds the chair and takes it, sits it in the middle of the ring. As fan boo, we get still in the ring. Bryan is still sitting in the ring in the chair. Decision for Matter Pierce says that Reigns is still champion, and next defense will be against Edge at WrestleMania 37. Bryan has a solution about Pierce making it Edge versus Reigns versus Bryan at WrestleMania, immediately facing the winner. We get people how unfair it would be. Well, we get Bryan last and brings up how he fought for 40 minutes in Elimination Chamber, double out standard. So we get Bryan one night on night one. Bryan said that he was responsible for the Yes Chant and responsible. Pierce looked all to the stage. Out comes Edge. Edge stops and slaps the mic out of his hand. Edge marches to the ring as Bryan looks on. Edge demands the mic and hands. It says that last month he stood back and watched Bryan act like some kind of knight, shining armor. Bryan then goes on about he could be the final WrestleMania match ever. Be the last match. Edge versus goes on about how Bryan is heroic for Wardy to pick bones of the winner. Edge talks about earning his title match at with the Royal Rumble, and Bryan doesn't deserve the shot, calling him a son of Ben. Bryan then suddenly tackles Edge and works him over. Edge ends up delivering a spear, laying Bryan out in the middle of the ring. And then Edge picks up the chair and stalks Bryan. Edge delivers a big chair shot over the back to keep Bryan down. Edge then tosses the chair and stares down at Bryan before exiting the ring. Edge looks on for the ramp. The music hits. Bryan is still down. Recovery. We had a video package, a video of The Fiend versus Randy Orton during night one of WrestleMania 37. Cole hypes the remaining tickets for the biggest event. The announcers show us what happened with Edge, Daniel Bryan, and Jey Uso and Roman Reigns backstage watching with Paul. We get the Heyman force some unnecessary and asks Uso if he's sure and nods. We get Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura. One-on-one with Kachasta. Yes, we see the sled down for Clue Count. for the 2 count. Nakamura for the Kachasta. As fans cheer on him, Rollins blocks. It rocks Nakamura with the big elbow. Finally, Nakamura rolls in, but roll in with a big power bombs Nakamura, and then Rollins follows up with a stomp in the middle of the ring for the pin to win. Seth Rollins defeats Nakamura 1, 2, 3 with the stomp, and then the stomp in the middle of the ring for the victory. Seth Rollins defeats Shinsuke Nakamura 1-on-1. After the match, Rollins stays tall because hits, feds, we get boo. That's Rollins for a stomp, but the music hits. Now comes Cesaro, rushes the ring, and they start brawling. Cesaro with the big gut wrench slam, unloads with the strikes and catches Rollins with a big uppercut in midair. Rollins goes on. Cesaro goes on and swings. Now with but Rollins escapes and retreats to the ramp, talking trash from the ramp, while Cesaro yells at him to return to the ring. We see Adam Pearce is doing with Jey Uso because he wants to retain to understand how he reigns just for one night at WrestleMania. One title defense now. Pearce takes it and says that he's almost declined to agree with Reigns, but there are other things considered. Peter says that he will have a decision by the end of the night as he walks out of the ring. We got Big E and the Street Profits versus Apollo Crews and Alpha Anarchy. The winners of this match, see Big E drops. We get Gable with a double team on Dawkins, sending him out of the ring. Ford counters Uso with the drop kicks him out of the ring. Gable sends Ford on the apron but avoids it, and Alpha Academy out with a big splash on the floor. Crews takes the advantage briefly, tangles up with Big E, then hits the angle slam to Big E for the pin to win. Winners Alpha Academy and Apollo Crews pick the victory. After the match, the heels stand tall to celebrate. We see Sami Zayn Sami Zayn attacked Kevin Owens last week. We see Owens walking backstage now. Also, we see Sammy with the film crew. We get Edge and stops Adam Pearce. Asks about Daniel Bryan's going to get what he wants. And he asks running. Pearce is running. Edge goes on about how Pearce has a job to gather all the facts and weigh in all the options before his decision. And that is what he will do before the end of the night. Edge said that he hopes Pearce makes the right decision or else. We get Kevin Owens, the KO show, takes the mic. We see Sami Zayn while he doesn't believe that his conspiracy stuff. He still has the other same side, but he gets attacked with a Kaluba kick last week. Owens said that he's questioning, and the only person that has that answer, he calls out Sami Zayn. We got the documentary film crew. Sami Zayn says yes, that he's sorry for kicking Owens last week and says that he's crossed the line. Conspiracy stuff but has been missing. We got Logan Paul. But last week, going on a huge red carpet affair, Owens speaks out about Sammy's not done. He points out that he's been going back and forth on Twitter with YouTube star Logan Paul. Sami Zayn that says that Paul is into the documentary and then is helping get major eyes on it. Owens said that he doesn't care about Sammy project and about Logan Paul and about his ontology. Anything else, Sammy interrupts and starts ranting about Kevin Owens, yells at him to shut his mouth and listen. Now Owens yells. Only thing that Sammy stands here in a long answer the question. The question is Sammy versus Owens one-on-one at WrestleMania? Yes or no? Owens points up at the WrestleMania 37 side as Sammy rants about how Owens making huge mistake and they need to work together. Owens keeps asking yes or no. Sammy finally says yes, so we get an official Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. Nonetheless, Owens attacks Sammy and unloads, beating him down on the floor. Owens follows up with a big clothesline on the floor, and he chases him to the back and delivers a big stunner in the middle of the ring, and Owens stands tall over Sami Zayn as his music hits. Looking up at the WrestleMania sign, Daniel Bryan approaches out of Pierce backstage. Pressure about deep down decision. Bryan walks off and Pierce looks on. We did the back from Bryan. We see the previous tag team video, flow video. Moving on, we get Bianca Belair versus Natalya one-on-one match versus on SmackDown. We're going to get both tangled up. Belair blocks the counter and drops Natalya for 2. Natalya goes on with the sharpshooter again, but kicks away. Bianca Belair with a big slam to the face. The middle of the ring, Bianca Belair rolls over to the floor, stumbles to the back. Banks gets up and taunts her as the referee counts. Belair is arguing with Belair, delivers a huge slap to the face, and then Belair returns to the ring and blocks Natalya, delivers the right hand. Belair follows up with a KOD in the middle of the ring for the pin to win. Bianca Belair defeats Natalya one-on-one. After the match, Belair stands tall and celebrates as her music hits. Banks runs in and delivers the backstabber from behind as fans boo. Banks stands tall over Bianca Belair as her music hits and stands up. Edge walks around about the locker room, so, and says it takes a lot of ball to. Edge comes in and here, and he can almost respect. Edge is covered up. Edge is going to put Bull off the leash, and if he can get the point, he's going to talk right here to talk. And he says that Bryan is trying to steal their spotlight. If Reigns has to stroke, he says that to get how time is to use it. Edge points out how he can pin Bryan to win the title. If not Reigns. If Bryan is involved in the match, Edge tells Reigns to think about how he wants to walk off as we go to commercial. We see a break. We go to a WrestleMania 37 promo. It's just 15 days away. It's the hype of the card. We got Dolph Ziggler versus Rey Mysterio. One-on-one. We see Rey goes up for the springboard. But for the floor. But Rude, Ziggler catches Rey with a huge zigzag from behind. But Rey kicks out. And just in time, Ziggler can't believe it. Rey counters the gut wrench and drops Ziggler with a 619, and then finally hits it. Rey falls back in the ring with the splash for the pin to win. Rey Mysterio defeats Dolph Ziggler one-on-one. At the match, Dominic Mysterio recovers at ringside and celebrates with his dad. As music hits, Rude joins Ziggler and the middle of the ring, they're not happy. Back from break, get the announcers hype up Sami Zayn's red carpet premiere and Logan Paul next week on SmackDown. We go to the ring and you tapped out. Chant starts up. Continue as Reigns stares down Pierce down at this until stairs tall music hits. Out comes WWE Hall of Famer Edge. The power goes off. At the Edge heads to the ring. Edge and Pierce and down to the ring. We get how about he deserves another title shot. And Pierce said that Reigns is also right there. He will defend the title one time at WrestleMania. Pierce announced that it will be Bryan versus Edge versus Roman Reigns in a triple threat match at WrestleMania with the title on the line. And Bryan is happy and the yes chant started up as Reigns and Edge sheer. Reigns questions Pierce as Bryan attacks Edge, and they go at it. And then Bryan beats Edge down in the corner. Bryan turns around to a big spear, to a big Superman punch from Reigns. Uso slides in with a steel chair out of ring, and Reigns uses Reigns as fans boo around. Reigns taunts Bryan while he's down, and then Edge suddenly hits a spear, and driving the chair into Reigns as Uso runs in, but Edge drops him with another spear, and his fans pop as Edge grabs the chair and takes it. And Terz delivers the chair shots of both WrestleMania opponents while they're down, as Cole says Edge has snapped. Edge places the chair under Bryan's head and does the same to Reigns. Red brings another chair in, but he has to stop and beat Uso down with a chair and tries to stop him, which allows Reigns to roll out of the ring and retreat to the ramp as fans boo. Bryan takes crawling away. Edge and drops him with an elbow